was too tall, too fair-skinned, not looking Indian enough. We're working to invite actors like Irfan and Nawaz and others to the table. Well, I was born in Delhi, so I think this is a return in a way. I've grown up in London and spent the last 13 years in Australia, and a very good friend of mine who's involved in Bollywood and cinema here and has been for many years suggested that I should come here and look at the training of actors, and that there was room for what I was doing or had been doing over the last 20 odd years to bring that experience to India. And it really offered a wonderful opportunity, so it's fantastic to kind of find a way to bring all of that back and finally be here. We're launching an International Institute for Dramatic Art called CEDAR, and what I want to do is bring the very best international trainers that I know, actors, directors, producers and educators to India from the US, from the UK and from Australia to work with Indian artists, producers, directors, actors, educators here to collaborate to deliver high-profile, premium international actor and director training. So really we're thinking about what is the actor globally, what does it mean to be an actor? It feels to me it's very much the same thing worldwide. We're an international community now because people can travel much more easily. Indians have much more access to what's happening in New York or what's happening in London or what's happening in Australia. They've studied there, they've returned. So there's really a much more opportunity for cross-collaboration, for co-collaboration, for co-productions, both in theatre and film. And we really want to start to make, I think, directors and producers aware internationally, international producers, of what is actually available in India, rather than them waiting to see those stars arise in Indian films. We'd like to provide students at grassroots level the opportunity to be seen, so that they can then work in those industries and have the choice to work in those industries or to work in their industry at home.
In India?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to begin our work with Nasir Shah. Nasir is a highly respected actor, and he brought a lot to the table. We were fascinated from learning from him and learning what he felt was needed. We've worked with Mahesh Tatani, the playwright Mahesh Tatani. We've delivered courses with him in both directing and acting. We are working very closely with Nandita Das as well. Vipin Sharma is another actor that we're working with. Now we have the Consul General here is very excited by what we're doing. I'm also producing a film with Nandita. So we're working to invite actors like Irfan and Nawaz and others to the table. We really feel these actors are, working internationally, excited by the type of cinema, the type of actor that we want to create. So we're really working to be introduced to all of those people and keep it very authentic and make sure that that's our niche, So yeah, very excited to have worked with who we've worked with so far. Yeah, I trained as an actor when I was 22, and when I came out of drama school in the UK, every audition I went to, I was told that I wasn't Indian enough. In fact, some people have even asked me that here. I don't know whether it's the accent or whether it's a sort of way I look, but they've actually said, "Are you sure that you're fully Indian?" And I said, "Yes, absolutely." So I used to go to auditions, and they used to say, "You're just not Indian enough for the part." So they wanted a very stereotypical looking Indian at that time in the UK. This was in the 80s and early 90s, and I found it very frustrating that I couldn't find my niche. I was too tall, too fair-skinned, not looking Indian enough. So, I found my way into doing a teaching qualification, which really was about, when I wasn't acting, I did some theatre, I really enjoyed it, but when I wasn't acting, to be able to at least earn money from teaching. And I was fortunate enough to end up at a girls' school in Surrey in England called Tolworth. And it was a harrowing experience, actually, to be around teenage girls in the drama room. They were absolutely terrifying. I used to always drop my books, or they wouldn't let me into the circle, or it was very, very hard. But I discovered this incredible drama team there who were doing some amazing work. And actually, I spotted this girl, Kelly Riley, who Kelly has ended up, she was in the Sherlock Holmes movies, she was in Flight with Denzel Washington, she was the auburn-haired girl. She's done incredibly well, and I saw her when she was just 16, and I said, who's that? You know, she's incredible. So I worked very hard with her, and we auditioned her, and she got a role in Prime Suspect with Helen Mirren. I think you have to be incredibly passionate. I think you have to ask yourself, why do I want to be an actor? And I think that's a really important question. So I think you need to read. I think you need to explore the world. I think you need to meet as many people from the world and cultures as possible. I think you need to diversify your thinking and your approach. I think you need to just not watch one type of film or cinema. I think you need to watch world cinema because everything informs us. I think you need to go to the theatre, and you need to be interested in the theatre as well as film, because I think theatre training and theatre rehearsal is where actors really learn and are able to develop their craft. And I think you need to have an incredible resilience. I think you need to be able to withstand rejection. I think you need to expect it. And I think you need to keep your ego intact and be prepared for really a lifelong journey of wanting something very, very much, and take up everything. Don't be somebody that thinks that you're better than an offer. Take it up, do it, good or bad, do it, experience it, and take everything you can out of every single experience. There's always something to be gained.